So on a Trans Am for these, what you want to do is, for the stock fog light, you want to remove the top screw and the spring first. Once you do that, you need to reach inside and pull the light out. This one here, you can reach down right between the washer reservoir and this. Got relatively large hands. You can reach down, you can grab the light, as you can see, twist it and pull it out. Once you do that, you undo this bolt and this bolt from the bottom, and to pull this out, you're going to push it back, tilt the light down, push in on this lip and push the whole thing down, and it'll slip to the edge of the bumper, and you can just push it down and out. After that, you just go through and you'll remove these plastic pins, the OEM ones, and you'll put the new fog light in and just go through the install like I'll show you in a second. So with these, to get the plastic push pins in, you just gotta like squish it up against the bracket, because it is a tight fit the way the wiring is down in there. It pushes up against the metal of the housing. You could totally cut the housing like along this edge here to remove it and make it fit easier. I just elected to not do it to show that it can be done. And then all you'll do is you'll take the remnants, in our case, of these plastic pins, you'll start them in and work on getting them down seated through as they go. And after that, you'll go about putting them into the actual car itself. These ones, you can see they're more flat. You don't need a ton of heat, just enough to get it like warm to the touch, and then push it through slowly. It'll set in there, and then it'll have just a little bit of spin to it, like that. And you'll go back to the car and you'll work on reinstalling it all. So to get these into place like this one is, you cannot run the wire through this loop. You need to have it up here out the side, and then you can have it on the bracket like this. You can. You want to make sure you plug this in first to this connector, and while it's still hanging inside the bumper, before you get it in place, you want to make sure you got this oriented right. So click your fog lights on. If not, just turn this connector 180, plug it in, and then after that you'll go about pushing it into place, and it takes some effort. I'll show you in a second. So you got it plugged in. That's what you want to do. Get it plugged in, make sure it's oriented so it comes on, and then you can reach behind and grab the light. You push your connector through and make sure you have it off to the side. And then you start at an angle. That's the plastic creaking. And you just push and work it up. Keep working it. And there you go. After that, you just reinstall the factory bolts, the spring on the top and the screw, and you can adjust it. It bolts right in, and you're done. Go to install the top screw in here. The spring, I found it best to work. I started it in like this and pushed it against the back, and then use my finger to push it flat and lip it against the smooth surface, and then just push it over, use a flashlight, and you can line it up with a screw, and then just push it back and tighten it in. You'll be good to go. It gets mounted up nice and easy. Did the same on this side already, and you'll be set to go. You just want to make sure you get the screw in there, and then you just tighten and loosen that as needed to adjust it and get your beams right where you want them.